Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm going to do, it's to my understanding, a lot of people are new. I'm going to give you a very brief presentation. And what I would ask at the end of this, I would ask each and every one of you that knowing that we launched on October 29th, which means that November, December, January, 90 days into this, we're a community that has never advertised. We're a community that's never really tried to push this out. And that's because we did not want to push our beta version problem onto a lot of people. Yet, we still have over 400,000 downloads. And when you look at our other app that has now almost 40,000 downloads, we're quickly approaching a number of 500,000 in our first 90 days. You're going to see here tonight that I'm going to compare ourselves to WhatsApp, to Viber, Dropbox, Zoom. We are far way ahead in our first 3 months of anything that they accomplished in their first 3 months. As a matter of fact, by our 4th or 5th month, we'll probably be ahead of where all of them were after 1 year. And there's some relevance to that, and there's some importance to it. And you're going to hear information from me tonight. Well, of course, I designed the tokenomics that are here. So of course I'm going to be biased. I'm going to tell you things, that you would expect somebody that's a founder to tell you. I would ask you to do this though. After this presentation tonight, simply go to YouTube and just type in the word PunkPanda and see what hundreds and hundreds of people are saying about us from all over the world, from what their opinion is, okay? And I think what you'll find that these people are saying, this will be the #1 crypto project of 2022. Some are even saying this is the #1 crypto project since the advent of Bitcoin. Nothing like this has been done. So I hope you can just stay with us for 15 minutes. I appreciate your time. That's the most valuable thing that anybody has. So let me go ahead and share the presentation with you real quick. And for some reason,
in between, Albert, Mr. Albert, if you want, there's some great testimony. There's some people within 24 to 48 hours, they've brought hundreds of people into PunkPanda. We want to appreciate and recognize those people.
Tell me who the first 2 speakers are going to be so they can get on standby. After I talk for 5 minutes, I'll have those first 2 speakers come on, okay?
Pastor King Ram from Bhutan.
Okay, Pastor Ken, and who else?
And then there's Steve Bekropoulos.
We get there. Okay. And you can tell me a little bit about them when we introduce them, okay? Thank you, Jay.
For sure, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we start off this presentation very simple. We tell everybody, look, use it, share it, own it. Imagine what your life would be like if over the last few years that you're using Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, that you were paid currency to use it, to share it, to own it. Imagine what your life would be like now. Imagine if those daily rewards that you were getting every day. Imagine if you open up WhatsApp right now today and you said, wow, for the last 7 years, for the people that I recommended to this, which were, in my life, it was probably 10 or 12 that I referred to WhatsApp. Those 10 or 12 probably referred some people, and they referred some people. Imagine if you got credit for people down on your 12th level, not commissions, but just credits, okay? And they said, well, this is how many people you introduced to it, and this is how much value you brought to the community. Let us share something back with you. Well, that didn't happen because WhatsApp, what they did is they took that money, 19 billion that Facebook paid them, and they gave nothing back to the community. So imagine if all those years that you'd used WhatsApp, you opened up and you saw a wallet in there and you saw tokens in there and you saw that it had a value to it. I read an article once that said, hey, WhatsApp, the first 250,000 enthusiasts that were in that, if they would have been given 1/4 of all that money that had came in at the 19 billion, several of them would have been multimillionaires. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing the same thing with a little bit better product, but we are actually paying you to use it, share it, and own it. And it's the first messaging app in the world that's ever done it. Dropbox, 10 billion. Zoom video is now $98 billion. Did you ever get paid for using any of them or showing them? I know the answer is no. Now, what we are is we are actually very concerned about security. We have a military encryption. Instead of giving you the military encryption that we're using now, we're going to wait till the new version 2, so there's no confusion. And then you'll see how we're able to say and what the military encryption includes. Let me just put it this way, very simple. If the FBI come to our office and they knocked on the door and said, we want everything on Jay, we want all of his messages, we want all of his photographs, everything, we wouldn't be able to give it to them. We would not. The only thing that we know about Jay, we don't even know his real name, because you could actually type in Donald Duck when you go to register. But we would know his phone number and we would know his email. Where he decides to store his items would be on him. If he stores them locally, then of course they would be able to get it locally. If he stores them somewhere else, they'd be able to get it locally. We don't store anything. More important than that, we don't collect information on Jay and sell it to a third party. That's not the way we make our revenue, okay? We make our revenue the old-fashioned way. We earn it, and you'll see that here in a second. So is your data safe, or are you the product? Here, your data is safe, and you are not the product, okay? You are part of the community. Now, so we are the world's first messaging app that pays you to use it, to share it, and you actually own a piece of the company, okay? It's free. You're gonna hear many stories here tonight where people started, they were absolutely broke. That's okay, we welcome you. You're the person that we're looking for. When you invite your friends and they're broke, those are the people we're looking for. We're giving the small person the opportunity to go out and earn a real income and actually own something in their life. Every 30 minutes, you'll see that tokens will be coming to you. Military encryption. Now, we have the smart contract. So this business will be running for the next 15 years. There is nothing anybody in the world can stop it. We started the DAO exactly 2 months ago. That DAO has been running for about 65 days now. It's going to run for the next 15 years. Every 30 minutes, we are distributing tokens out to anybody that uses the app, shares the app, or holds the tokens, whether they hold them in the app or whether they hold them on the farm, okay? You earn, you earn, you earn. 275 million. Now, we cannot make another 1 million if we wanted to, because it's a DAO, it's a smart contract, it's already been created, running for the next 15 years, okay? The token listing symbol, PPM. Now, we started a private sale, and I'm even gonna talk to you new people about this. On October 29th, we started at 10 cents. Today, the token is at 1.
Please mute yourself, otherwise I'll have to mute all.
And in addition, I want you to think about this. Bitcoin was around $37,000 the day we started on October 29th. Bitcoin would have had to have gone to way over $370,000 for you to have made the same sort of investment that you would have made here with our 10 cents going to $1.10. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that when we go through this tonight, you will see that when we list on Pancake, which is in approximately 3 to 4 weeks from now, and when you understand that crypto.com a couple of weeks ago tapped us on our shoulder and they said, we like your project. Don't be so hasty in going to Pancake and listing. Even though you're ready, don't do it. Let us come in with our marketing team. Let us help you help your community. And so that's what we've done. So crypto.com, they're not the ones doing the listing for us. They're not the ones doing the marketing. They're letting us use their teams at cost. They're keeping their eye on us. They really like this project. And if there's success at Pancake, then there will be a listing with them. So we're using them teams to brand, develop, and help us build our DeFi farm, 1, and 2, to market to crypto enthusiasts around the world. So when we do launch on Pancake, it's not our community members buying them. Why would our community members want to buy the tokens? They've had the availability to buy them at 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, all the way up to $1.10. When we list at $1.25. That's the starting point. Do not feel like you missed out because you weren't there at the 10 cents, that you were not there at the 30 cents. Because The starting point for the whole world, when the whole world knows about us, is $1.25. Now, once again, 15 years, the Dow will be running. So if you've sat there and you've been involved in things that were a pump and dump, and there's not a single person that's probably on this call, if you've done crypto before, that was not hurt in some form of, you held on to the tokens in a back office, you couldn't move them anywhere, you couldn't cash out anything, you couldn't earn any commissions, and they were there for 1 year and the project never started, okay? We already have real products, guys. That's what makes us completely different. That's why people like crypto.com tap us on the shoulder. Other people are looking. As a matter of fact, we just rejected 4 offers over the last 1 week of private investors wanting to invest money. We don't need it. And the amount of ownership that would have been handed over was just too much. But I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen any company, community, network marketing company, MLM company in my life where you could say, hey, we started 3 months ago and already we have over 20 different teams that have built PandaPal's teams, communities of over 30,000. One person having a 30,000 organization in a company in the first 90 days would be remarkable. We have many teams that have done it. Many teams that have won over 40,000, 50,000. And I think our highest team right now has just crossed 80,000. That just started off with them introducing, 10, 12 people, okay? So then we'll talk more about that in just a second. And this is not rolling. There we go. So the way this supply works is there's 275 million. Pre-mine tokens is 65 million. That's how we're doing a pre-sale right now. The pre-sale was very successful, sold out very quickly. But once crypto.com tapped us on the shoulder and said, take some time, let us have time to market this and let us build the DeFi project for you, we decided to do an extended sale. So at the end of this, I'll talk to you a little bit about the extended sale, because if I was starting today, I would look at the opportunity. I can refer people to the PunkPanda farm and I can have them buy the token for $1.08. I can earn a commission. I can take that commission, 100% of it, turn it into BNB, and I'm liquid, okay? So I'd say that'd be a good way for me to start. In addition, if 9 out of my 10 people, they won't have money to invest like that, that's fine. The other 9 out of 10, I will introduce them to PandaPals, to the app, where they download the app for free, then they tell other people, every 30 minutes tokens are coming. But 1 out of 10 of my people, they're gonna wanna say, you know what? I'll put $100 into this, I'll put $200, I'll put $300 into it to buy a token at $1.08, to know that only a few weeks later, it'll be worth at least listed at $1.25. So this is our mining schedule. Before I go into the mining schedule, let's have our first speaker come on. You've been talking about this gentleman that he joined 1 day later or within 24 hours, 100 personals. I want to hear from this person. I've never met him, but I'm ready to right now, Jay. Go ahead.
I'll find him. He's from Bhutan.
Okay.
He's from Powerful Steve team. His
Yeah.
name is Pastor King Ram. Can you unmute yourself? I'm trying to find him. Pastor King Ram from Bhutan.
Or if you can find the other speaker, let's bring him on and we'll come back to Mr. Ram. But Powerful Steve, once again, great job. This is one of the second leaders I've heard that you've just developed recently. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Jay, tell me you have a speaker, or I'm gonna keep going. Okay, sir.
Well, I have another lady. She's here. Okay. Go ahead, Pastor.
Ayo.
Pastor.
Oh, there's Mr. Ram from Bhutan.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. 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 Good morning and good evening, everyone. Myself, actually, I'm not a pastor, firstly, and secondly, I'm not a king. My friend here, Mr. Powerful Steve, he just called me, and he gave a nickname. So my other colleagues must be thinking, oh, he's a king. So once again, best greetings from Bhutan. Actually, for me, this PunkPanda as introduced by the Mr. Powerful Steve. And 2 days ago, I started working, and within a 48 hours, I able to make a team more than now 103 under me. So, which is I think I did myself. I feel proud, and yeah, doing very good. And this is something new thing for Bhutan as well. So we are looking forward, and we really want Mr. Albert your presentations, and we want to know more deeper how it exactly work. And also the another thing is that especially of course when people says that you get free and or you get earned, so we want to know about more how we earn and how we credit in the wallet and how we withdraw. So this simple thing that if you could more elaborate on this, it would be nice for us, for because in Bhutan this is totally new. So I could say maybe that I'm the first person. So I really want for the teams who can guide us, help us. So thank you so much, Mr. Gopal. Actually, I make a lot of irritate him. I put so many questions, but he is so kind, and he's always answerable. He's ready there answer. And also the Mr. Powerful Steve, my friend, is also always helpful to me, guide me, and giving a right direction. So thank you so much. We're really looking forward, and we are happy to be a PunkPanda family and help us, guide us, and looking forward to work together. Thank you so much.
Mr. Ram, thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you're doing. And obviously all eyeballs are on you now, sir. Great job. Great job. Hey, Mr. Ram, can I ask you a question, sir? Because yes. I have people that ask me this all the time. They say, okay, Mr. Ram yes. has a big organization within like 24 hours. Which package did you buy? How much money did you spend to buy that package to get started?
Pardon me.
I said I said you built a very big packet. I said you built a very big team within 24 hours. You know, way over 100 people. My question to you is, which package did you buy? How much money did you spend to get started?
Zero.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, you spent zero. And so all the leaders that you brought in, how much money have they spent to earn the tokens that they've got so far?
Same like me, zero.
Yes, that's the fantastic part about this, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Thank you for all you're doing, sir.
You're much welcome. We can ask the next person. I see here, Mr. Stephen Bekropoulos. He just came from Hong Kong, and he's living in Calgary in 1 week. He's introducing us a lot of people on the farm, and he's very excited person, I can tell you, about PunkPanda. Go ahead, Mr. Stephen Bekropoulos.
Hello, folks. Hello, Jay, and hello, Albert. It is a pleasure to talk to you again. And all I'd like to say is, to me, this is an amazing project. I'm in the finance industry. I have been involved in the stock market for many, many, many years, but I have to say this is my first stint with cryptocurrency. I'm a fast learner, and I'm totally excited. I'm getting people excited in Hong Kong, and I have a partner here, and we're going to do a huge team here in Canada. All I can tell you is I'm on public side of things. I want to see the stock go up to $300 a share. People tell me, oh my God, what if I get to earn a couple hundred tokens a month? To me, that's, you know, in India, in Thailand, in Malaysia, they say that will replace my monthly income. And I laugh at them because I say, even if you earn 200 tokens a month, I want to see your face when the tokens are worth $100 and $200 and $300 each. What are you going to do? Because that's going to replace half the city's income for a month. So everybody's excited, stay excited, go after it. Don't procrastinate because that'll be your downfall. But it is just beginning. A lot of people tell me, oh, it's already old. I say, listen, there's only 500,000 people in PunkPanda and there's 7 billion people. I think PunkPanda still hasn't gotten out of the basement yet. So just go after it and get the job done. That's all I have to say. I love your talking. I love your meeting. And I totally love Jay and especially John. I talk to John every day, John Collins. And that's about it. That's all I can say. Greetings to everyone and stay healthy.
Stephen, thank you for sharing, sir. You've touched on some very good subjects there. And ladies and gentlemen, as I said, when you go to YouTube, you're going to see what other people are saying about us. Okay, this isn't us. These are influencers in the crypto market. These are influencers in the MLM. They have several big followings. We've never even met many of these people, and they're saying that PunkPanda is this, PunkPanda is that, which makes us very proud. But you know what? We have a saying that says the proof is in the pudding. We have a gentleman out of India with no money. He started simply by just downloading the app, started introducing other people in Africa, other people in Africa, other people in Africa, and he now has a team of almost like 35 or 40,000 Panda Pals in his first 12 levels. There's no commissions or anything paid on that, but he gets the rewards. The rewards are based on the X factor for these people that are in his first 12 levels, okay? Based on how much usage time they use. Ladies and gentlemen, he's earned over 25,000 tokens. And now at $1.10, that's almost like 28,000 USD. And his goal was just to make enough, to feed the family every day. He's far exceeded that. Now, he spent zero. His people spent zero, and they spent zero. So we are able to have a positive effect on anybody like that. Well, this goes all the way up to, we have the Entrepreneur of the Year on Forbes magazine a few years ago saying this is the greatest project that he's ever seen. He's really big into crypto now. He's a billionaire. He has so many different teams to analyze different things. And he went and analyzed the token. So to what Steve was saying, his teams analyzed it. When we get to 1 million registrations, we're already at 400,000. And I'm going to share something with you guys at the end of the night. This is how much I appreciate Jay's team because it just happened today. Okay, so I'll share it at the very end so you can get very excited. 1 million registrations. That our token, his one team analyzed and said the token will be worth at least $85. Another team said 95 to 115. Okay, so when I tell you that $1.25 is the starting point, and as Steve just said, you haven't missed anything because we're just getting started. And remember, with a beta version, we did not want to push our problem out, massively. Well, somewhere around February 14th, we got massive marketing campaigns coming that are just really going to push out the app with the version 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've told you a couple of times that we are doing a mining schedule for the next 15 years. What this means to you, if Jeffrey Bezos, who either is or was the richest man in the world, who owns Amazon Web Services, said, you know what? I want to market my products to PunkPanda, so I have to take control of the DAO. He takes control of the DAO by buying 51% of all the available tokens. So he walks up to Ram and he says, Ram, you've earned a lot of tokens. Let me buy them from you. He sells them. Babu sells his. I sell mine. Tokens are going up in price because all these buys are taking place, right? And he barely has 51%. Next week, he's got to buy more because we're actually mining the tokens. Well, even after he takes control, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The DAO keeps running for the next 15 years. He cannot stop it, even though he has now technically ownership. Because every 30 minutes for the next 15 years, 1,000 or 2,100 tokens will be mined, will be minted on the Binance Smart Chain. 1,050 of those will go to people that have built a Panda House team, which starts at level 1. You've introduced some people, no commission paid, all the way down to level 12. We look at their usage time and we look at how much money they've spent on subscriptions, which right now we have none available. So with those two things, we give you an X factor. That 1,050 tokens are distributed to everybody that's introduced to at least one person who has the highest X factor down to the lowest X factor. Well, you're double dipping now because now you're a token holder. Everything that you have is staked automatically. And because of that, you now get rewards for the tokens that you're holding, okay? 23%. But if somebody went over to Pancake and they bought a whole bunch of tokens and they wanted to get rewards every 30 minutes, they can't put them back into the app on the phone. So we have the farm. And the farm is where they can take them and now they can get their rewards every 30 minutes. Two places in the world you can get rewards, holding them in the app or holding them on the farm. Well, 1 year from now, which actually it's now down to 10 months. 10 months from now, there'll be a halving schedule. There will only be 1,050 tokens created every 20 minutes. And what we are is we're actually big data. And when you understand this, this is what gets super exciting. Okay? Zoom, Viper, Dropbox, and WhatsApp. All those things in one. Very soon you're going to see that I'm going to show you that we have our chat app, which is similar to WhatsApp. We have Dropbox, which is our Panda Post. And we have Zoom, which is our Panda Meet. Panda Post is already done. As soon as version 2 comes out, 30 days later, you'll see Panda Post, which is like Dropbox. Not very many people subscribe to it because we're already allowing you to transfer huge files for free, much bigger than what you can transfer on email or much bigger than what you can transfer on WhatsApp. And that's just free. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at Zoom, Viper, Dropbox, one. They had 1 million registrations within 1 year. I promise you that by Valentine's Day, we'll have 1 million. Because as of today, we had an owner of 2 huge MLM companies that's transferring 500,000 people to our database. He wants all of his people to be in PunkPanda. So that's going to take place. We will be at 1 million registrations. And you just heard that first here. Nobody else in the world even knows that because it just happened today and was confirmed. 1 million registrations. We're going to have way past 1 million registrations within our first 1 year. None of these companies, some of them just barely got 1 million or a little bit over within their first 1 year. Now, they all had free services just like us. Our download is free. We'll have Panda Meet. Panda Meet will be free. And if you want to upgrade to the first level, it'll be like $6 versus $50. If you want to upgrade to the second level, it'll be like $15 versus the $60. So if you want to upgrade to the next level, you know, it'll be like $30 versus the $100 that it is. You know, to get 500 people on a Zoom, that the host to coast, it's about a $68, $69 charge. Ours will be like about 15. You'll use the PPM token to pay. So we have the free services with we only expect a small percentage of the people to pay for our meet, post, and stuff, but that's okay. Well, every one of these companies, once they hit the 1 million, within 4 years, they got to 400 million to 600 million. Okay, every one of them, making them valuable at 18 billion all the way up to almost 40 billion within 4 years of hitting 1 million. Okay. Did anybody, any customer of theirs get anything, shares, tokens, anything for sharing them? No. Here you do. And none of them had a tokenization. When you understand this one slide, it gets everybody super excited. We already have products, okay? Version 2, February 14th, a month later, Panda Post, 3 months later, Panda Meet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all these things in one. Plus we have the tokenomics that's behind it also. Before I go any further and show people the actual products, let's bring on our next speaker. If they could take a minute or two and share with us what their experience has been since we've been doing this.
I want 2 people, one from Africa. I think Mr. Zonali is not here. Mr. Abe is here, and he's breaking records in Africa. And then there's a lady from Calgary. I told her to be committed every 1 hour. She's a business owner, but she's very kind and she wants to give that to other people who are deprived sometimes. And she's taking an action. She already has over 150 people. Her name is Grace Wong. So Abe, can you unmute yourself from Africa, from Ghana? This guy is a rock star. Abe, Mr. Abe.
Yes, please. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from Ghana.
Go ahead, Mr. Abe.
Yeah, so I'm so pleased to attend to the meeting.
Keep
So right now, I'm not currently in my office. I'm roaming around for other things. We are so glad, we are so pleased to move on with PunkPanda everywhere in Africa. And we have other guys, other people are so motivated to make sure that the business is really moving on in any part of Africa. So we are so excited because it's a very great business and it's coming to change a lot of light, putting a smile in faces. Thank you so much. We are so glad. Our founder, we are so glad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abe. Grace Wong, very quickly from Calgary.
Okay, hi, everyone. Hi, world. This is Grace from Calgary, business owner, also an educator in math and sciences. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge all of you are here and also such a precious opportunity to the world from Albert and all the founders of PunkPanda. All I would like to say is with today's problem, the inflation, logistics, supply issue, I really see that this is a gift, God sent indeed, that we can help and bless so many people in the world who are a little bit, struggling right now. This is a gift that we can grant them an opportunity, like Albert said, that there is no cost to join. And also as an educator myself in the science and math field, this is such a good opportunity for us to educate people, give them a taste of what is digital assets, cryptocurrency. I feel that in a big sense, I would like to encourage everyone, let us be the light of the world and warmth of the earth to use this vehicle and opportunity to go bless many others, to cause an actual difference and impact to today's world. Last but not least, Albert, I really want to say I love the security part of this tool because there are many parts in the world, including my home country back then, there are a lot of censorship and not good things happening. With this app, I am giving my friends and family the peace of mind to communicate with freedom of speech. Thank you.
Very, very nice speech, Grace. I like it. And last speaker, Mr. Albert, is a pastor from Nigeria. His last 1 week, he already put 100 people. Pastor Kola, if you can say a few words.
Okay, good day to everybody. I'm Pastor Kola Ladigbe from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm so glad to be part of this great PunkPanda family. Honestly, I did not know that I could get up to 10 people, but now I have about 100. And it's just so simple. Just tell them the features that is, the advantage that it has over other, social media, especially on WhatsApp. And I see people joining and our projections. So I want to thank Mr. Albert. I want to thank the rest of the founding team. And I want to thank Babu and Powerful Steve. They've been so wonderful. They are my upliners. And I'm being encouraged by them. And we are building a very large team from Nigeria. I want to assure you that
Did he lose his internet?
I think maybe. We can carry on from now, Mr. Albert.
If he comes back on, we'll let him have some time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing. Grace, thank you for your kind words. And when I envisioned this back in July, this is the way I saw it, that we eventually COVID would be over, have some meetings, and one of these days there'd be a big meeting somewhere and somebody would be getting recognized. And let's just, for an example, say it was a stay-at-home mom, she's on stage and she says, she's won all this recognition, she's got all these tokens and everything. And then we hear her story, and her story goes something like, I never wanted to do MLM before. I felt like I'd be bothering people and things like that. But when I saw PunkPanda, my attitude was different because I knew I wouldn't be asking anybody for money. I always felt uncomfortable doing that. And I just walked up to people and said, hey, have you heard of the PunkPanda app? because it's really hot in my area. Everybody's using it. Is everybody using it?
Sorry, I had a network problem. God bless you.
Finish. Okay, no problem. So thank you very much for sharing, sir. And then so just simply asking that one question. People say, no, what is it? What's just a free download, an app that you download? Some people download it because of the security that it provides. Nobody can listen in onto your calls. Nobody can record. Your data is never sold to a third party. That's the really big. They have a different way of creating revenue, but that's not the real reason people download it. They actually download it because if they use it and they like it and they keep using it, every 30 minutes they get tokens. See, like in my last 30 minutes, I just got 15 tokens. They're worth $1 right now. So I just got $15. And as I sleep all night, every 30 minutes, I keep getting the 15 tokens. And she just explained that way. She goes, I don't really understand crypto. My husband does the withdrawals for me. That's what we wanted to create, that she never had to spend any money, didn't have to ask anybody for money, didn't feel like bothering anybody. And because of that, we saw something that could go viral. And if we knew we had a product that people were already using before we ever came into their life, we'd be very non-threatening. We'd be non-threatening to other network marketing companies, to other corporations and things like that. Many network marketing companies use Zoom. Zoom is non-threatening. There's not commissions paid out or anything like that. We've actually been a lifeline for some companies because, they had travel programs where people were getting paid commissions, but travel kind of went kaput during. Well, now they could install their people with us. Their people had to spend no money for a new investment, but now started getting rewarded every 30 minutes. Well, they were all using WhatsApp as their form of communication before we came into their life. So we're just asking people to simply switch something you're already using, and it's free. And we've accomplished that. And we've accomplished it all the way to the person in Nigeria, India that has absolutely no money. And now they have the opportunity to go out and build something and create value for themselves and their family, all the way up to, let's go ahead and say, the Entrepreneur of the Year on Forbes magazine, saying that this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen. We're attracting everybody. We feel that this project will pull more people into crypto than any other project ever has. And with that being said, let me run through these products here real quick. You can see that we have 6 of them, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one of them. So we're a utility token because the token can be used for many other things than just going somewhere and selling it, okay? It can be used to pay your subscription for the file sharing, the Panda Meet. We have Panda 11, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second. So here's the 6 products that we have. Post, Meet, Vault. So there's the individual things about them. So you can pull up this presentation yourself and become familiar with all these things. You can look at the roadmap and you can see when they're coming out. So I'm going to just spend a little time on these 2 right here. Panda Profit, Panda Play. On Christmas Day, we launched Panda 11. We now have about 20,000 people that have been onboarded. As soon as we can get to the iOS developer and get uploaded, 2 days later, we will have our very first match where everybody has to pay by PP. Okay? It's called, it's the same marketing team, development team, branding team that built the largest sports fantasy app in all of India. We're able to compete at a level that they cannot. We're the sports fantasy crypto, the first sports fantasy app in the world that's actually crypto. Sports fantasy apps around the world are considered skill. They're not considered gambling. They're actually Sharia compliant. And what that means is that it is a situation. So if somebody goes and they spend $1,000 on Dream 11 or any of the apps that are used now to do sports fantasy in India, in addition to paying the 20% rake, which is normal, they have to pay another 30% to the government for taxes because it's fiat. Ours is taxable. So if you win there, you get home with $500. If you win on ours, you go home with $850. Because of that, we already have some of the biggest sports fantasy enthusiast players that were on this really big app that have already signed up on our Telegram. Our Telegram just went live last night. You can see there's a couple thousand subscribers already. And we have people that have played really big on other sports fantasy apps over there that have already signed up with us. We're doing NBA, we're doing cricket, we're doing soccer, and we're doing rugby. Within about 4 months, our phase 2 will kick in. Phase 2 will include Major League Baseball. It will include NFL football and NHL hockey, okay? So we expect Panda 11 to be the biggest source of revenue that the company ever has because of how big the actual sports fantasy app can be. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When you are selling your tokens over on Pancake, those crypto sports enthusiasts, they're going to be there buying them probably faster than you can sell them, which is going to drive the price up because they have to use them to place their wagers on Panda 11. And if they want to place $1,000 wager, they don't care if the token's $1. They don't care if the token's $10. They don't care if the token's $3,000. They just need $1,000 worth of that value so they can go place their wager. Okay, and we're making the assumption that Panda 11 will buy more tokens off the market than any other product that we have. Maybe all of the other products. Okay, so here's our Panda play. Panda 11 is the biggest one out of that. I'm going to skip. Roadmap. Everything on this roadmap we have accomplished. We have not missed one single thing. The next thing that we need to do is have our token listing in this quarter, and we will absolutely have that. We've not changed one single thing on here, and we have delivered every single thing on time and are ahead of schedule. Panda Meet will probably come out. Yeah, it'll come out in Q2. Yeah, so we can't beat that one. Our DeFi staking offers was Q1. PunkPanda token listing Q1. And then as we go down, easily with the vault. I'm going to go to the end of the presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the one where when you say this, you differentiate yourself, our one community, against any other 99 communities that are out there. If you ask 100 communities, how are you going to hold the price of your token or increase its value? We have a 6-part strategy that began on day 1. We mine the token, and we have half-lives. So there can never be a big, huge supply that's put on the market. We have a 48-hour rule. When you unstake your token, it'll take 48 hours for you to be able to withdraw it, no matter if it's on the farm or if it's in the app. And when you do that, for the next 48 hours, you will not get paid any rewards. Okay? So it's a high reward, big punishment for taking them out and actually going and withdrawing them and selling them. DeFi and staking. Well, we have people in India that like to stake for 2 years. We have people in other countries that only like to stake for 3 days. We have 3 days, we have 3 months, all the way up to 2 years. And so that will take many of the tokens off circulation for a period of months to years. Number four, we have a company buyback policy. So if today Panda 11 brings in $100,000 worth of revenue, $3,000 of that has to go over and buy the tokens off the market, puts them into a wallet, and we have not described what we're going to do with that wallet. But one thing that we've described is that every single 3 months, 10% of that total will be, can we mute that person? It will be burned. We're not really going to burn them. It'll be a significant contribution to a charity. Okay, but those will be taken off the market, and it'll be very difficult to bring them back in. We have the token lock. If somebody goes to, please mute whatever person it is. If we have the actual somebody that goes to PunkPanda Farm, come over and buy for 10 cents, and then go over and sell for $1.10 right away. I mean, that's a pump and dump. Okay, we're nothing like that. So we have a slow release. Every month it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It gives us time to build out Panda 11, Panda Meet. So that way when you do withdraw, you have other places to use the token other than just going and selling them. So we are a true utility token because these are all the things, that ecosystem that we have built and designed that allows you to use them other than just going over and just trying to sell them. So with that, Jay, I'm going to turn everything back over to you. It's been a very pleasure to do this. I'm going to leave one piece of advice, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, if I was joining tonight, the very first thing I would do is I would register for the PunkPanda farm, because it will be turned into a DeFi farm later. I would do a minimum purchase of $50 if I have it. If I don't have it, then I would absolutely work on my Panda Pals. But I would do that minimum purchase of 50, because you'll never be able to buy the tokens cheaper than this. On the very first month, with all the tokens that will be released, Panda 11 will buy more of those tokens than can even be released. We might have to raise the amount of people that can raise the amount of the locks that we have, okay? We can always raise it, but it's really hard on people if you lower it, okay? So we made them very low. There's only going to be a few thousand that can even come onto the market in the first month, and only a few thousand the next month, okay? And so we have very low withdrawal limits, okay? And that was designed in a certain way to give us time to have the other products come out, and people could use those tokens for those actual products right there, okay? So when you understand that, you understand it's always a low supply with a high demand, which is going to keep increasing the price. So you'll never be able to buy the token again for $1.08, okay? Now, based on that, I know that 1 out of 10 of my people can do $100, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, because the extended sale that's going on right now, once it's done, it's a once in a lifetime event. It's done. So I would focus on that, because I can get commissions, my people can get commissions, and in 30 days, it's going to be done. It's going to be over, and we'll never even be able to do it. And then my focus would be on Panda Pals. So first and foremost, the Panda Farm. Second, Panda Pals. Before the version 2 comes out, I would get as many people in as I possibly could. Because if you skip over people right now, when the version 2 comes out, there are huge leaders in the world. We probably have 10 of the top 50 leaders in the whole world, either in crypto or in MLM. Some of them are built. So one of them, he's had teams of 1 million before, and he's already built out almost 80,000 people in Russia. Okay. Some people said, I'm not going to introduce anybody until the app is working perfect, which we can't condemn them for that. But these guys are ready to turn the faucet on, and they're going to be talking to every single person that you know if you don't do it first. So before that version 2 comes out, I would try to get every single person in, and I would simply say, beta problems, don't worry about it. They're all being corrected because we've had 3 months now of beta version. So we know every glitch, every problem that can possibly arise, and that every one of those issues have been addressed in the version 2. So that's the approach I would take, and I would recommend that everybody do that. And understand, if you're brand new tonight, PunkPanda Farm is a whole separate database than the PandaApp. Download the PandaApp, use the invite code. Your person that invited you on the invite code, maybe they're not even signed up for the Panda Farm. But you would ask them, sign up on Panda Farm, send me that link, because it's a separate database. It doesn't automatically connect you to, because once the sale's over with, people don't need those links over there anymore, okay? You only need the invite code after that. So I hope all that makes sense. That's the strategy I would take. Jay, let me turn it back over to you. Everybody have a wonderful night, wonderful morning. It's now past midnight here, but I was happy I could do this for you guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Albert, for the clarity. There's no better person than you to give clarity, to give direction. Mr. Albert knows where he's going, so we just need to follow in the footstep. And there's a few questions. I know we've taken a lot of your time. Maybe some people still have some question. I will ask Kurvinder in 1 minute, but I would like to ask you one question. Based on February 1st, India officially legalized cryptocurrency, which was a blow for the world. They were not thinking that this came out. It's official now. The Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, they legalized cryptocurrency. Based on that, Mr. Albert, how do you see our Panda 11 flourishing from there?
In a way that it wasn't really going to affect us in either way, because the Panda 11 is a British Virgin Island company. It was not an Indian company. So, and because people are doing it online, there were no issues. And we know this because of case studies of other companies that are operating in India with something similar, like Skrill and things like that. However, because this affects the whole general market, and India has way over 1.1 or 1.2 billion people of the 8 billion people in the world that are now told crypto is legal. It's going to have huge ramifications on the whole general market in general. The better the market is, of course, the easier it is for us to operate at much higher profits and stuff, and to push our tokens. I mean, we've all watched it. As Bitcoin goes, the altcoin goes. And one of these days there will be a reversal of that, but none of us know when that day will be. But just following the market for the last few years, as Bitcoin goes, if it goes up, the altcoins go up. So it always helps us. And that's, I mean, that's really, really positive news. And having people go in and have the country legalize it like that is right now, it's very positive news in so many different ways. Any other questions?
Thank you. Kurvinder, maybe if there's some question on the chat,
Yeah,
you can
thank
address
you.
for some
Thank
people.
you very much, Jay. Thank you, Albert. Thank you,
Welcome.
PunkPanda family. The first question is like, I did like copy and paste both of you, but I think you didn't see. The first question is, PunkPanda come under MLM instead of direct selling, because most of the direct selling is an other from the MLM. How do we respond and explain? This is the one question.
Okay. There's a recorded presentation, so I would recommend that the leaders take that recorded presentation and watch it. Marcus did it, and it says PunkPanda is not an MLM company. The only MLM thing that we have going possibly right now is the pre-sale, extended sale that's going on, because there's a commission paid and it's more than one level. But once that's done, it's over with forever. You know, we're like 30 days away. That's done.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can see like Albert's suggestion, watch on YouTube, because we are running out the time. The second question they are saying, if like you are not like sharing or using our data, how you are gonna create like income?
How are we generating income? Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of Panda 11, or I'm sorry, the owner of Dream 11 in India makes about 250,000 USD with his 80 million subscribers that play matches every single day. He makes $250,000 a match, okay? That's generating real revenue.
Two people are raising a hand. We can say unmute like a Narai.
Let me answer that question a little bit more, okay? I tell people this every day. When you look at a crypto project, ask yourself this question. Can I take the crypto out of this, and would the business still make sense? And when you look at PunkPanda, you would say, absolutely, yes. Because I could take the PPM token out of this, and I could pay you in US dollar for your Panda Pals. It'd be more difficult, it'd be more cumbersome. You would not be able to get as much profit out of it as you are now, because it's really hard to take the dollar bill and split it up into 18 zeros and stuff, okay? So it would be cumbersome, but we could add up a total, and then when it got to $1, I could deposit that dollar into your account, okay? So I could do everything based on US dollar physical bank accounts. And people would still invest in this because they would look at Panda 11 and they would say, well, Caesars just raised $30 million to build a sports fantasy app. They're asking us if we might join them to do the marketing, because they're really not sure how to bring it to the market. We feel that we have the perfect marketing, because we have the marketing team, developing team, the branding team that actually built the largest sports fantasy in all of India, and they did all the onboarding, okay? So that's a source of revenue. Is Zoom a source of revenue for Zoom, the people that subscribe? Of course it is. So when we roll out our Panda Meet, people are going to pay for the subscriptions, the ones that want the subscriptions. 95% of our people are going to use the free version. We know that. But 5% of the people, they're going to pay the $6. They're going to pay the $15. They're going to pay the $30, okay? Will be 1/3 the price of Zoom is. So they'll consider that a bargain. And they get a better product. They get military encryption. Zoom is being hacked into all the time. So do people buy stickers? Yes, because Viper operated its first 2 years of income that it brought in all on selling stickers. Love stickers for sale. Panda Play. Have you heard of people making great money by play to earn situations, we're going to have NFT games that people are going to win. They're going to have skills that they're going to use and they're going to earn money. Okay. So we have all of these things that are going on that are real revenue generators. And this is what I'm saying. The reason that people like crypto.com and other people are excited about us, they're so used to going out and raising $30 million, $50 million just for an idea that's on paper, a white paper. We don't even have a product yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a military encrypted messaging app that pays people to use it and share it. It's never been done before. So if all things are equal, are you going to use WhatsApp or are you going to use this? If everything was equal, you'd use this because you get paid for it. This one you don't. Okay. Then do people use Dropbox or something like Dropbox for the file transfer? Of course they do. Do 2% of the people in Dropbox pay a subscription? Yes, they do. Okay. We're all these things in one. And all of those things that I just mentioned are fiat. So we could be fiat and we'd be considered a great company. Making it into crypto just makes everything much simpler, much easier to actually pay people on every 30-minute schedule. So ask yourself this question tonight. Could I take the crypto out and is it still a great project? And the answer is emphatically, yes, it is. Next question.
Mr. Narrai, Mr. Narrai. Okay, I will unmute you. Okay, you can ask your question.
Babu, maybe you're gonna stop recording, then we have a like over
Oh yeah. Thank you.
download.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Recording stopped.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, this is Narai from Kingdom of Bhutan.
Okay.
I'm friend of Ram Doji Tamang, who is a great man in Bhutan who started, he's the guy who actually introduced me with this PunkPanda. And then initially I thought, what the heck is this PunkPanda? And I thought probably it could be NSO spy that Pegasus of Israel. And then, where I live, sometimes anything to do with crypto stuff is always thought of a very, a browsy or a cloudy stuff. Anyway, having gone through all the presentation, I think I'm much convinced than what I thought in the beginning. So I'll be very happy to be the member of PunkPanda group. My question is, since Bhutan doesn't have international banking system like credit card or debit card stuff, so in future, although I'm a very novice in this project, so in future, if we start developing and strengthening our networking, how would be the system of banking, because Bhutan doesn't have international banking system, and any international banking, any overseas banking coming in Bhutan through USD is also not very legal in this country. So we are just worried, I mean, in future, if at all we do the banking with this PunkPanda group networking, is there any ways or means
They're underneath. It's okay, they can still see. 5'9", 209. Too much. Always.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would not even know where to begin to answer that because every local community has a different set of problems, rules, and regulations. And I'm not familiar with Bhutan, such as, in Malaysia, if you ask somebody for Tron, 75% of every crypto user in Malaysia, and I say that because I lived there for years, has Tron. But if I'm in the USA and ask somebody for Tron, hardly nobody has it. So every different geographical area is completely different because different exchanges, KYC procedures, where can you do the bank and stuff. So myself, I have my exchange that's in Thailand. So I go, because that's actually where I live is in Pattaya, Thailand. So I'm able to take crypto and I'm able to change it into fiat only in my Thailand bank, okay? People in Philippines, they can do it. They can do it through CoinsPH. The one that I use in Thailand is BitCub. People in the USA use Coinbase. So every local area, so you'd have to find somebody in your local area to be able to answer that actual question, okay? Sorry, I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah,
Jay,
because- yeah.
I'm coming up on like in 3 minutes. I got to get off. Okay.
Thank you so much. I don't know, like, I have a
Okay,
leader.
next one is a Harji. If quick unmute and like ask your question. Then we have a Bali King and one iPhone, like 3 questions more. Edward, really appreciate.
Yeah, no problem. I can answer one more question. I got to go.
Yeah, Harji.
Thank
Bali King, you can unmute.
Yeah, Hanji, so how are you? I
Very
have a
good, very
question
good.
about because I haven't paid much attention. I wasn't too serious about it. I just need some information in Punjabi so I can tell other people. So I have
Okay,
up
we
to
can
100 people in my
do then
team. I'm a
Wednesday
very proud.
Punjabi meeting.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Yeah, I
thank
wanted
you.
to know that. 'Cause I-
Okay, the next one is the iPhone. Like, what is your question?
It's good if you can put your camera on also. We can see you.
Okay.
Okay, if you can
okay, yeah,
unmute. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, hello. I don't know how to work this too well, but my question is I've joined and I've been giving it to my daughters, my family members, and different people, and I'm seeing that their amount that they come up with, given to them every 30 minutes, is more than mine. And I'm just curious as to, is that different because of different type of phone, Android, and I have an iPhone?
It's all based upon an X factor. So which means that they can have their first level people are actually using the app much more than like your first level people. So what happens here is there's 12 levels, okay? And the more people you have on your first level, it's going to help you, especially when you're small. As you get bigger, you don't notice it so much, but when you're small, when I say like, less than 300 or 400 people, if you have a lot of people on your first level, you can go way above the person I introduced you because the multiplying factor is times 15 on people that are on your first level. Second level, the multiplying factor is 13. All the way down to level 12, the multiplying factor is 1. Because you are the heavy influence on people on your first level, second, third, fourth. By the time you get to the 5th and 6th level, you don't even know who these people are. So that's 1. 2, the usage time. So I could have a group of 1,000 people, and let's say I had 10 people on my first level, and Jay has 10 people on his first level. He has 1,000 people, I have 1,000 people. My X factor is 1.8. His X factor is a 4. He's going to get twice as many tokens as me. And we look at it, why? We have this, I have 1,000, he has 1,000. He has 10 personals, I have 10 personals. Why? Because when we look at the usage time, his 1,000 people, they're using it 18 hours a day out of the rolling 24 hours. My people, they don't even open the app. They barely use it 1 minute out of the last 24 hours. He's providing more community than what my people are. My people aren't even using the app. When the actual usage time is very valuable. And so with
I'm the one that's using it the most, and they're not using it, but they're getting more. That's why I was confused.
Well, that part confused me too. I mean, we have to look into it deeper and stuff.
Maybe they are promoting more. They are promoting more also. Could be on the app.
Listen. There are many leaders that can answer that question and work through that with you. Okay.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Maybe like what I figure out, like your downlines, what they do, they are sending more invitation, but like they're opening just on that point of view.
I'm going
as a message.
to say good night,
Albert, thank you very much.
Okay,
good night.
Thank you, Albert. We won't take you much.
Very
I know it's very early time for you, and you've taken your time.
Okay.
I would appreciate, and then we will encourage every one of us to join Mr. Albert on Sunday morning. He does a presentation very early morning. We will keep you informed on that. And if there's any question,
yes, now you're gonna stay a couple more minutes. We're gonna give everybody a chance. Okay. One other person is a Harji. You are raising your hand, but you are not. You can't unmute. And the next one is Tendin. You can unmute and ask quickly.
Yes. Maybe before Harji, I will go because I think Harji is not asking question.
Okay.
My name is Tan Angel, and my sponsoring person is my brother Ramdoji Tamang. And PunkPanda, the reason I put the first question, I was the person who put the first question here, that lately in our paper, in our state media, there was a digital marketing, all of that things was going on. So direct selling business process, MLM, something like that. So that was the only question that I put here in a context. But now I think you have Mr. Albert has answered that question. So I'll not further divulge myself on that question again. But my another question is that PunkPanda is a new kind of a new kind of app or what project, whatever you so call it. So how the coaching is going to go for local region? Will this be a group like this, which is more of international?
Yeah.
So I think more coaching is needed for PunkPanda to even understand the basic. Like one of the brother put question now, he is mining, but the other person is mining more than him. So there were several questions. So I think, how do you intend to do coaching in this regard?
So we're having regular training on Wednesday, on Friday, on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I'm not sure. Sunday, we have 2 sessions. We have one with Mr. Albert in the morning. We'll keep you posted. And right now, and also we have one on Sunday with Mr. T.W. Dawson, Chief Corporate Officer. All I can tell you, create groups on the PunkPanda itself, because in 2 weeks, we will have our new version 2.0. We will no need to use WhatsApp, no need to use Facebook Messenger. Everything will be on that. So we encourage you right now to create groups in PunkPanda app, and everything will be posted there.
That's like the other way, Babu, we can answer. Like we all knew we are learning all the techniques. Even like Albert, he said, I don't know, we have to go deep, see that problem. We are all learning, and you will see how when you download the app, how much you are using and what you are doing with, you just download or send an invitation after that you use.
Yeah, I think I understand. So
And
initially,
when you are talking about a networking concept, any networking, like my experience, I can say any marketing you are start or any business you start your own or with others, this is all is a business perspective. But we always put something. This is only first thing. You are not doing investments or anything. If you don't want to do, you just start sharing. We are using a phone. That's my answer from my perspective. For deeply, if you have a question, watch YouTube video, highly recommended. And if any question, join Telegram group, ask a question there. Marcus is our owner, Albert is owner, is in the group, and T.W. Dawson is in. And anybody can read and relate on your question. They will answer you better, their knowledge. And okay, next one is a billionaire Gerald. Yeah. All right, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you people. And I thank God so much actually for this time. The trade is going on well. So this was one question a lady asked me. Now I have a network of many people that can be able to buy from the Panda farm. But now she doesn't have that that amount of money to buy 50 tokens.
Okay, your internet is coming a problem. One thing, maybe you can write in a group this question, and the other thing I will say, because when we send people link on PunkPanda farm, how Albert mentioned you, this is a 2 different businesses or 2 different apps. If we join the people on PunkPanda farm, but nobody invest, we are not making anything. Clear?
Okay.
And that's the point. Only if you are not investing, you are on downloading the app, you are bringing more people, then you will earning. This is a free opportunity. PunkPanda farm is the investment platform. Okay, powerful Steve.
Cool.
Blessings. Thank you very much, Kovinder. Thank you once again, my upline, my coach, Babu, and also John Collins, who worked diligently with me throughout the. I'm actually just coming into my 4th week. Sunday coming, so today is Friday. So 2 days from today, officially it would be a month that I have been involved in PunkPanda. I can't begin to say how grateful I am for Babu, because he reached out to me at the very beginning. He reached out to me from November, but I was entrenched with doing some other things, and I totally ignored the invitation to be a part of the first event when it was marketing for 10 cents. Now, I'm not saying that I'm disappointed in any way, shape, or form that, the first week of January, I came on board. I just wasn't at the place to receive and to get going. But the moment, when I say the moment, the first day I saw the plan, I caught the vision, and I actually declared to Albert and John Collins and Babu, I declared Nigeria to be mine. I don't know if he remembers that. Half of my team right now is coming from Nigeria. Pastor Kola, and I have Janet and Israel and Hollis. There's some dynamic people that are really doing a great job with putting Nigeria on the map when it comes to PunkPanda. I just want to impress upon each and every one of you the simplicity of what this job or what this business is, that I really honestly don't think you're going to find anything easier than this. You're asking them a simple question. The question is, would you like to be on an app that while you text and talk, you get paid? And on top of that, it is designed on the blockchain technology. It is the first of its kind. That means PunkPanda has set the new bar or the new standard for messenger apps out there. Everybody has to now gather around their CEO table and figure out what are they going to do to compete against PunkPanda. We have set a new standard. While they are doing that, trying to figure that out, we have the playing field to ourselves. What I'm impressing upon each and every one of you right now, you should be not sleeping until you have invited every single person that you have on WhatsApp, that you have in Telegram, that you have in Instagram, that you have in LinkedIn, that you have in every social media. This is your opportunity to be out of the gate first. I can't impress upon you enough that this is your opportunity. Thank you very much. God bless each and every one of you.
Okay, wow, thank you. Wow. Thank you, Steve. These are all the questions. Jay, if you are not in the groups on WhatsApp or PunkPanda groups, in our groups, if like everybody think your leader is a Jay or John or Gagan, Kulvinder or Power of Steve, reach to your leader. This is the first thing. And somebody asked me question about the wrong sponsor. Think about if Jay send me an invitation, maybe by mistake, Jay didn't see me on his a line or when you open your punkpanda.com or .io, you can write person's name my number, shift and move under J, then that's your leader's responsibility. Send to them, we will fix it. Company is fixing it. When we are thinking about MLM and direct selling, doesn't matter what word you're gonna use, just this is a talking app. We are talking to our people and letting them to download, and we are getting a benefit. All the Punjabi and Hindi people, they have a questions. Wednesday, same time, we're gonna be arrange a meeting. You can ask a question. I can bring a Gagan online, Jay's online. Anything, I will highly encourage watch YouTube videos where if you can understand better and ask a question under there, then people will answer you. Who knows better than you? That's it. We are all new. Thank you.
I will say something before wrapping up.
Yes.
You know, when this is about time usage, the more we use this app, so when you register your people, it is your responsibility as a leader to tell them, to inform them when they, you know, they put the invitation code to verify, to click continue and allow to sync in, you know, contacts, camera, etc. Because if they block that, then they will not be able to use the app properly. So it is our responsibility to mention that to them. And if they do it, if they did it wrong, then you will need to go back to them, tell them to uninstall, reinstall, and then follow the procedure. And then they will be able to use the app, because the more we use the app, the more, you know, there's the X factor and everything. And coming back to the question that person had, I forgot the name, he was saying he was receiving more tokens, but his people is receiving less tokens, something like that. Oh, his people is receiving more tokens and he was receiving less token. It could be his people is promoting more than himself. He could be using the app, yes, but his people is promoting the more. There's the staking rewards and there's the PandaApp reward. The PandaApp reward is the one who's sharing more. So that could be one of the, anyways, we have info session. We do those info session to answer your question. We have info session this Sunday, again in the morning with Mr. Albert Muir, and then we have 1 p.m. Sunday, this Sunday Eastern time. We will let you know, we will post it to have a group. So create groups. This business, this project is growing so fast, so viral. It's become a movement now. So we'll encourage you, leader, to create your own group. So you track your people and then we will educate them as we go. Thank you so much. If there is no other question,
Babu, John here.
wrap up
Can I
here.
just say something quickly?
Yes.
You know, Albert said something that I never understood till today, but the X factor is very key to this. You know, he said the first level was like 15 and then 14, it goes down to 1. Guys, that's a big clue about how we should be using this app. You know, I tell you, because there's only so many tokens put into this pool. So we want to grab as many of those tokens as we can, okay, guys, and as early as we can and as fast as we can. And the way to do that, he told us how to do that. We need to get our first line people using this as much as we can, assign as many people up in the first line and get everybody using the app and everybody building first lines, because that way we're going to grab these tokens, guys. That's the way we grab these tokens right there. He just told us. I didn't understand that before. He said there's an X factor and all that. And I said, okay, that's great. But he told us exactly how that X factor works. So it's very simple, guys. Get your first line built as wide as you can, okay? And get everybody using the app. Build teams on the app. Use the app every day. Use the app as often as you can. Because, guys, there's only so many tokens, and we need to grab as many of those tokens from the pool as we can. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it, right there. Get as many people using the app, sign as many people up in your first level, and get your portion. Our team will get their portion of this pool better than everybody else's team. Guess what? We end up with more tokens. Guys, that's a huge thing he just described to us.
Thank you, John. And the other thing we're gonna say now, Babu always posting like the meetings in the both platform, WhatsApp and PunkPanda. I gonna say Babu, you gonna do like all the meetings notice now on the PunkPanda. Everybody, that's your job. Watch the Zoom code and time and the day when we are running a meeting. If any question, ask your leader. They can bring a leader to leader how we can find an answer until. Thank you very much.
I have one last person. His name is Kenny Roberts. You know,
I gotta
he's
say something else too.
Let Kenny Roberts say something quickly, powerful, before you say something. He's building a big team in Florida. Pastor Kenny Roberts, you can unmute yourself. So if he's not there, then go ahead, powerful.
Thank you very much. Yes, I wanted to make mention to everyone here, especially my team leaders as well, because there's only certain amount of time that you could put in before you realize that as your team grows, you have to take on the responsibility of leadership as well. It is all about leveraging. And I remember I read this book by J. Paul Getty, and I'll sum up the entire book in one sentence. He said this: I rather have 1% effort of 100 people than 100% effort of myself. And so, as you can see, I've been on the skirt tails of my upline, John Collins and Babu, but my team is growing, and I realize that if I want that momentum to continue, I have to put in sacrifice times. And so I got a small leadership team together, and we have declared right now that we're going to be operating on Wednesdays and Saturday mornings. Wednesday at midnight, because that's 10 hours for Bhutan. I want to be able to access my Bhutan people. They'll be 10 in the morning, and I'll be online Eastern at 12 midnight. That's every Wednesday going down till we launch. And then Saturday mornings at 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time for the other one. So essentially tomorrow morning, I will be online leading my meeting. Feel free to be a part of that and bring your people as well, because that's the key thing, is we're networking and we're sharing and allowing each team to grow. Thank you very much. I appreciate
well
it.
said, powerful Steve. That's how entrepreneurs, they take responsibility. We've been helping, supporting. We will keep continue helping, supporting. But it's good that some leaders step out, and take more responsibility. That's great. And we're going to close right now. It's been over close to 2 hours, but I would like one last person to close. His name is Kenny Roberts. And I think this person is doing something very impactful in Florida, and powerful. Sorry, Kenny Roberts, Pastor Kenny Roberts. Are you there, my friend? Maybe he got busy. But anyways,
you can unmute, or anybody, if no question. Goodbye, good day to everybody. I think, Kenny, if you are on, just unmute yourself.
I think he's gone busy. No worries, no worries.
Thank you.
We're gonna close now. We thank you for your time, and I know it's very early morning for some of you, some late in the evening, but we'll keep you posted, and let's go to work and change people's lives with this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.